Thank you for watching Lighted Pinball Mods instruction video on our lighted magnetic hinge covers. We've been selling these for about 8 years. They're very popular. We have over 2,000 designs, and we make this for all major manufacturers. The installation is very easy, very quick. Now, one thing about the hinges is you can see these anywhere in your room. A lot of people think these are hidden, but because they're up high and there's a gap between the games, you can see these from any place, especially with them lit up. Go take a look at your own collection. Now, I'm going to pull this off to explain how these are made. These are very thin. These have a magnet in the back. It's an EL panel that lights up in the center with vinyl on the top to give you the design. For installation, they just go right into place, just like that. Now this is with it on, and I'm going to unplug it, and this is with it off, so you can see there's such a dramatic difference. They bright up really well. EL panels glow. They're not like an LED or anything that give you more of a glow. Now, again, we have 2,000 designs of these, and we also make something similar with powder-coated steel for flipper protectors that you can get with EL panels. These are the components for the lighted magnetic hinge covers. The first thing are the instructions. You'll get written instructions for the power tap, as well as written instructions to install the whole mod. On our instructions, we have QR codes on the bottom, so there's also video instructions, so you can see the video instructions for the power tap and also for the complete installation. On all of our mods, we test every single component and make sure it all works and sign it off so you know you're all ready to go. There's nothing more frustrating than get a mod and something doesn't work properly. Now these are the components. Now this is the power tap. This is for a spike game here, a Stern spike game. This power tap may look different. We make power taps for 13 different games. The main thing we're doing is getting the power off 12 volt to power the system. From there, you'll go to this is the inverter. Now this is actually a voltage stabilizer. You may not get this. You only get this if needed. It'll plug into there, and it goes to the inverter. Now it's important on the inverter to have the bottom down and some space around it so it can dissipate the heat and cool properly. You'll go from the inverter to an extension. Now you may not use this. This is a 1 meter extension. Matter of fact, on this installation we're not going to use this, but if your power supply was closer to the front of the game, you may need this. Then you'll go from that to a splitter. This will get power to both your hinges. You get a pair, left and right, and these have a meter long cable on them also. Now, because you didn't see it that well, these are actually thinner than a credit card. You have a magnet on the back, you have your electroillumination panel in the center with vinyl on the top, and you saw how easily this installed from just a moment ago. Now, for the EL panels, we do offer 8 different colors. We have a light blue. The light blue is kind of odd because when the light blue is off, it's white. It's light blue when it's on. Green, yellow, orange, purple, red, dark blue, and white. EL panels are an organic compound, so your pair that you'll get will match, but if you gotten a pair from us, let's say 5 years ago, the color might look slightly different on one game to the other. Now, this is what it comes with, but we do have an optional accessory if you wanted to make this interactive. Now this is optional. This is a photo sensor auto on. This can be hooked up in between your power, and with this you could make these turn on and off from any light in any game, any manufacturer. Again, this component is optional, but this is everything that you need to install. Okay, I like to hook up everything first to make sure it works before I run all the wires. This is a very easy installation. It's only going to take a minute. Now, on the last video we forgot to include a Z connector. What this is for is we're going to plug this into the game for power, and if you already have something there, this would plug onto there, so you could plug it onto there. If you don't have anything, don't use that. Plus, these are IDC connections. Basically, these are wires that are pushed into a metal wedge. If for some reason you have a little bit of power outage, this is the #1 culprit. Just get a flathead screwdriver and you can just push it in. Now, I'm not going to spend much time on the power tap, but on the sterns you have 3 plugs, and that just plugs right in. Now from there you come off your 12-volt power tap, plugs into there, goes to your inverter. From your inverter, now we're not going to need the 1 meter power cord. We're going to take this left and a right and we'll plug it in. Once I get this done, we're going to turn on the game, make sure everything lights up properly, and then we'll install it. It takes about a minute for the game to turn on, so we're going to stop the video and then restart it in just a second. Okay, we just have this here to block that intense light, but you can see everything is hooked up here properly. You can see if I unplug the power there, they go dark and they light up. So now we're going to pause, remove this, and I'll start running the wires. The thing that's the biggest challenge on this install is running the wires from where your power supply is out to your hinges to the outside of your game. There's really a few ways that you can do that. On this stern spike, there's actually a metal channel that the wire can run through that would come out here. Most games won't have that. But what you can do is you can just tilt your back box out, and you can actually slide the wire between the back box and the game, and that works for most games. Another option, which you don't have on this but you would like on an older Bally Williams, is there's air vents up here in the grill, and the grill can be removed and the wires can go up through there. Most of your games made prior to about 2010 will have air vents. Some of them are oval shaped, some of them are round. The grill could come off here and you could run the wire through here if you want to. So this brings us back to the beginning with our lighted magnetic hinge cover installed, but this time I installed the optional photo sensor relay. The way the relay works is if this sensor senses light, it'll turn on. If it senses dark, it'll turn off. So by using this, you can make these interactive with any light in your game, any manufacturer. Thank you for watching Lighted Pinball Mods installation video on our magnetic lighted hinge covers.